Happy August, everyone. It is August 3rd, 2024 when I'm starting this vlog, and today I'm gonna go to TJ Maxx and Marshall's to do some Halloween hunting. Today's purse that I'm carrying with me is this Backstitch Brouhaha pumpkin purse. It gives off the fall Halloween vibes, but it's a bit more understated and subtle than the Love Painted Stitches bags that I tend to carry. So I'm gonna go ahead and request the lift and head to the store. So I started off at Marshall's today. They had a few end caps with some spiders and pumpkin tabletop decor. And the back wall of their store had a bunch of blankets. I did spend a little bit of time looking through the blankets, but I do feel like we've seen a lot of them before. Some different ones that I haven't noticed prior were some leaf print blankets, a couple of cat print blankets, and an Ouija print blanket that looked a bit similar to one that I've seen in the past. And I think they had a blanket with some blue pumpkins on it. That was cute. Directly past the blankets, they had floor-to-ceiling shelves of Halloween decor. A lot of it was decorative pumpkins of various patterns and sizes and colors. They had a very cute pink velvet skeleton that was holding a plush pumpkin. I like this spooky, glittery tabletop decor and also the poison apple cookie jar. One of the employees was stocking the shelves, and she had some sugar skull pillows and sugar skull mugs and bedazzled pumpkins and some cute Hello Kitty mugs on her cart. There's a green velvet skeleton hanging from one of the end caps. I've also been seeing a lot of those Mickey Mouse and Jack Skellington mugs and canisters. Then I got to the front of the store and there was an entire display of spooky, squeaky dog toys. I made it to the front of the store and saw some cute, spooky bows and hair clips and headbands. And then I remembered that I had totally forgotten to look at the soaps and the makeup section. So I went back and did find a couple rows of spooky hand soaps. I also found some makeup brush cups and some makeup brush sets. Then I made it to the checkout section and they had a lot of little knickknacks up at the front. They had Mickey Mouse and Stitch and Hello Kitty dressed as a mummy. Then I finally made it over to TJ Maxx and I was greeted with gnomes and Beetlejuice and a lot of pillows. They had several haunted house statues that are always very tempting. They also had a lot of signage. So they had one that said it's just a bunch of hocus pocus. I believe another one said on Wednesdays we were black. They had a Casper one. They had a lot of cute little ghosts. And then they also had a section, kind of sparse, but it did have some tumblers and mugs. I love these disco ghosts who are living their best life, and the cowboy ghost pillow, and also this greenish bluish pumpkin pillow. It was pretty big. They also had a black wreath with some black and orange flowers in it. And I got up to the checkout line and they had the Hello Kitty diffusers. I had one of those little plaques with Pennywise on it that said "Welcome to Derry." They also had a selection of hand soaps up at the front. Good morning. It is August 11th, 2024. I've just been having a chill morning so far, drinking some caramel apple coffee and pumpkin spice coffee, watching Halloween decor ending videos, kind of reflecting on what I've purchased so far. At some point I'm going to do a haul video of everything that I purchased online. If y'all remember last year, I did a really good job of staying completely out of HomeGoods, Marshall's, and TJ Maxx. And I spent last Halloween decor hunting season just watching videos and being very selective with what I purchased online. This year I'm kind of being more like, okay, I'm going Halloween decor hunting on weekends, but you know, I'm working on being more selective in person of what I purchase. So I feel like I have, for the most part, bought enough decor, plushies, pillows, blankets, that sort of thing, unless I see something absolutely outstanding. Because, I mean, we are in the middle of August so far, so I'm sure there's other stuff yet to come out. But today I'm primarily going to look for spooky pajamas, maybe some hair and makeup accessories, and food and beverages. So I'm gonna catch a lift to TJ Maxx and HomeGoods. Today's purse that I'm bringing with me is this cute heart-shaped Love Paint and Stitches glittery pink purse. TJ Maxx did have some hair accessories. They had several scrunchie options. I got to the home decor section. They had some little statues of dogs in beanies and witch hats and Snoopy and Hello Kitty. I think Snoopy was dressed up as a mummy, and they might have also had a little statue of a candy corn dressed up as a mummy. And when I rounded the corner, they had a huge display of all sorts of stuff, including like spell books and cauldrons and little bitty tiny plants. And I liked the Mickey Mouse canister. They had a little Hello Kitty that was sitting on a jack-o'-lantern. They also had what looked to be like a Winnie the Pooh cookie jar. They had a variety of fabric, cozy-looking pumpkins in all sorts of colors. They also had a selection of puzzles, which I was very intrigued by, and I decided to take the time to go through each one of them and show them on camera. They're perfect for family game night or a dark, stormy night where you just want to stay in and be cozy and do a puzzle. There was a selection of hand towels, and a statue of Hello Kitty dressed up in a pink costume. I made it to the checkout line, and they were starting to put out Halloween makeup brush and sponge sets, and they had a bunch of what I believe are diffusers. They also had a few small sections of liquid hand soap and bar soap at the front of the store. I like this set of 3 bar hand soaps. It was called the Magic Handbook, and it had black currant licorice, midnight lavender, and pumpkin spice. I also found what looked to be a cowboy disco pumpkin, and I also really like this ghost that I found. They also had some green and red poison apple canisters, and of course, can't forget about the gummies. Next, I went to HomeGoods. Or should we call it Gnome Goods, since they still seem to be full of gnomes. At the window display, they had a sign that I think it said, "Stop, dead end, danger here." Then I turned the corner and the gang was all there. You had more mummies and ghosts and cauldrons and witches. I like this cute little candy corn with the bow tie. Also really like the little bedazzled black cat pillow. Had a light pink pillow with ghosts, which was very tempting, even though I just bought the hot pink one. We also had a deep pink bedazzled ghost pillow. I also love the haunted house statues. I'm tempted to take every single one of them home. We had some multicolored ghost garland, and a plain candy corn pillow, which I've been tempted to get. On the back wall, they did have a selection of blankets and pillows. I took a little bit of video here. An entire side of one of the rows was filled with those beautiful glass pumpkins. Down the other aisles, they had more gnomes, and they had book-shaped storage boxes. I liked this small set of coffin-shaped shelves that I saw, but I never have any idea of exactly what I would want to put on those. They had a bust of, I'm guessing it's Dracula, judging by his collar on his jacket, and he was wearing some pretty cool shades. One end cap had a sign that said "Thankful," and all of the shelves had a lot of neutral colored pumpkins on them. Another end cap had a mix of Disney, Peanuts, and Hello Kitty dishware. Then I got to the end cap with the gummies and the baking supplies. It had started putting out several options for both ground and K-Cup pumpkin spice coffee. The various Mickey canisters and cookie jars were all there. They had a few shelves of cute Halloween mugs. I was tempted by both the Mickey Mouse pumpkin mug as well as this pink mug with ghosts. They had some fabric Halloween items down the aisle with the placemats and tablecloth. There was an end cap with Hello Kitty and Nightmare Before Christmas serving trays and such. When I got to the section of hand towels, they had a lot of colorful options. I was very tempted by the pink ones with the skull and crossbones. They also had a lot of fun Halloween bathroom mats. They had an entire display of Halloween-themed accessories for your dog, and they had dog toys. Back of the store, there was an end cap with more pillows and blankets, and lots of hand towel options. And then I finally made it to the checkout, and I'll quickly show those photos here. Good morning. It's August 24th, 2024, and I've decided I'm going Halloween decor hunting. I thought about it last weekend, but as soon as I stepped out the door and felt the heat, I thought, no, not today, Satan. I am going back inside to my cool, cozy house. So last weekend, I kind of just watched Gilmore Girls and drank pumpkin spice coffee and felt all the cozy vibes indoors. But today I'm going to brave the heat and go outside to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, might stop at Burlington, just kind of depends on how much energy I have. And today I am bringing this new purse that I got. It is a sandworm purse. I believe it's by Vixen by Michelle and Pitt. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and request a lift and head to the store and let's see what we can find. When I walked into Marshall's, I headed for the makeup and skincare section and I saw a bunch of options for Halloween hand mirrors and makeup sponges and brushes and makeup brush holders. They also had a selection of hand soaps. And then I went to the back of the store and it was chock full of Halloween. August has been the first month this Halloween decor season where the stores have not only been packed with people, but people who are specifically looking at the Halloween stuff. So I tend to find myself having to quickly take photos and videos and just keep moving. I took a quick look through the blankets to see if there were any that caught my interest, and I was tempted by this pink blanket with a white spider web on it. I kept seeing it throughout the store, but I decided to leave it there. This little Dracula was so cute and cartoonish. I was very tempted to get him. They had some pink Halloween soap and lotion dispensers, more monsters and witches and gnomes on one of the end caps, more mummies, black cats, and witches. I like the little disco skull, of course, and the sugar skulls. They had a pretty extensive selection of mugs. I typically don't touch them unless there's something specific that I'm looking at. And I certainly don't grab anything that's way above my head. Here's a quick montage of some of the other items that I saw as I was heading from the back of the store to the front of the store. A lot of the little knickknacks in the checkout section we've seen before, but I will say that they did have some Hello Kitty options. They had some Snoopy tumblers. The one thing I'd never seen before until now was a lot of spooky Halloween keychains and pencils. Just as I was about to leave, I spotted a bit of orange and I walked over to it, and sure enough, it was hair accessories. I spent a little bit of time looking at them, but decided to go on to TJ Maxx. Not gonna lie, as soon as I walked into TJ Maxx, I checked out the purses and got enamored with this hot pink Juicy Couture purse. What else is new? Once I got done checking out the purse section, I discovered there was an entire huge display of Halloween hand soaps. I did not pick any of those up. I was pleasantly surprised that they had started to put out Halloween pajamas. Then I headed to the back of the store to check out the home decor section, and they had at least one table of Halloween decor and a table of Thanksgiving decor. Since I've got a few more stores to get through in this video, I'm going to quickly talk about what I saw in this particular visit to TJ Maxx and show a montage of photos. I like the fact that they had a bigger selection of haunted houses. I love the one that had a bunch of pops of color. I saw the Hello Kitty jack-o'-lantern cookie jar, and again, I was very tempted by it. They had a variety of Hello Kitty travel tumblers. The cute little black and pink ghosty hand towels were so tempting. They had a ton of coffee syrups, including sugar-free pumpkin spice, regular pumpkin spice, vanilla nut, among others. Then I made it to the checkout line up front. It was the first time this season I have seen a ton of Halloween socks. And here's a brief look at everything else they had. It's about noon and I just got home. I made out like a bandit yet again. It's 88 degrees outside, so I didn't feel like going to World Market, at least not right now. I figured I'd bring the stuff home and come home and cool off. I ended up leaving with with 4 bags of stuff plus my purse, so I knew that it would be next to impossible to go to World Market. and be able to shop there and then carry all that stuff home. So I did not care for my Lyft driver who picked me up. He did not pull up to the curb even though there was plenty of room. So I had to cross one lane to get to him. And there were two cars of the same color, two white cars that were pulled up right one behind the other. And I knew he was supposed to be driving a white car. But the glare was so bad today that I couldn't see the app that well to tell the license plate. And generally when I'm looking at the car license plate, I can't always make it out. Maybe I can make out like the letters sometimes. So I walk up to the first car, and as I'm approaching it, the guy unlocks the lock on the car. And so I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is the right one, but let me double check by exchanging names like I usually do. So I opened up the door and I said, hi, what's your name? And 99% of the time people will exchange names with me, you know, unless they have an attitude or unless they don't speak English and they don't understand me or something. But, you know, so I asked the guy, I said, hi, what's your name? He's like, what's my name? I'm like, yeah, what's your name? You know, and in my mind, I'm thinking, I want to make sure I get into the right car. And there have been a few times where I have turned down a driver based on their attitude. So I said, yeah, what's your name? And so he tells me his name. It does match up with the app. And so I asked him who he was here to pick up. And as I'm asking him that, I'm putting my bags in the car, getting in the car, but I still have the door open just in case. And he didn't even tell me my name right away. When he did tell me, he kind of just messed it up. Like, oh, Karina, Katrina. So I told him, you know, I usually exchange names with the driver before I get in. And he's like, oh, well, you got to check the numbers on the tag. You know, I guess he was referring to the license plate. So anyway, so he gets me back to my destination. And I'm grabbing my 4 bags and my purse. And I said, thank you. And at first he didn't say anything, which honestly doesn't surprise me. So I said again, thank you. And so he said, thank you. And so, you know, he didn't offer to help me with the bags, nothing like that. But anyway, so I got out of the car and, you know, he hasn't been driving for that long, but I mean, whether somebody's been driving for forever or not, I mean, I didn't like his attitude. I came back with over $100 worth of stuff that I absolutely do not need. It's 2:20 p.m. I've had a chance to leisurely watch some videos and drink some cold water to cool down and eat lunch. And so I am about to head to Burlington. I have never actually purchased anything from Burlington before. I've set foot in there a couple of times, haven't had luck. We'll see if we see anything cool today. As soon as I walked into Burlington, I spotted the Halloween display up front. They had a huge stack of skulls on the floor. Tablecloths, shower curtains, cute little ghost slippers, disposable party supplies, all sorts of stuff. As I walked to the back of the store, I noticed some 2-piece jack-o'-lantern shirt and pants sets for kids. There was a Halloween countdown board that I'd been curious about. I'm glad I got to see it in person, ended up not picking it up. They had pumpkins galore, mostly neutral colors. They had a ton of spooky washcloths, and I took as many pictures of the variety of those as I could. I'll insert them here. Also, several shelves of fall candles. In the dishware section, there was a Friday the 13th tumbler, a Chucky mug, which was tempting, and a Nightmare Before Christmas mug. They had several rows of Hello Kitty glassware. I will admit that I still have some from last year that I thrifted and haven't opened yet. I absolutely love this Minnie Mouse with her neon colored costume. They had a set of jack-o'-lantern shaped condiment containers, as well as Hocus Pocus silicone molds and a few oil slick skull spoon rests. There were also a variety of bath mats, which I took pictures of here, including a Nightmare Before Christmas one and a spiderweb one. There were pillows near the back of the store, including that pumpkin latte pillow I picked up last year. There was also a display of shower curtains, hand towels, and reusable containers for hand soaps and lotions. And at the back of the store, there was a selection of spooky blankets, including a few Juicy Couture brand ones. So I made my way back up to the front of the store and just so happened to find an entire display of blankets, much different ones than we've seen at TJ Maxx and Marshall's. So I went ahead and took pictures of as many of them as I could find. I was very tempted to get this rainbow colored spiderweb one. It kind of reminded me of fireworks. I ended up not getting anything from Burlington. Good morning, it's August 25th, 2024, and I'm in the mood to go check out the TJ Maxx and HomeGoods location I was at a few weeks ago. Today's purse that I'm testing out is this Love Paint and Stitches crossbody. So far I would say it's kind of like a game of Tetris. To try to fit things into it. But anyway, I'm gonna catch a lift and head over there. TJ Maxx had a few spooky hair accessories, including this collection of little spooky hair clips of ghosts and jack-o'-lanterns and such. They also had a few options for spooky kid clothes. And as I was heading to the home decor section, I saw a few shelves full of pillows. You'll notice that a lot of this is stuff we've seen before, so I'm just going to quickly cycle through it. I was tempted to buy this set of 2 mugs that had a pink Western goth theme to it with the spooky ghost cowgirls. So next I went to HomeGoods, and I noticed very quickly that whenever I wanted to take a photo of something and have it be clear, I would have to zoom in on stuff on the tables. And whenever I would zoom out, the photos would be blurry, and to me, it seemed like maybe there was something that had changed with the lighting. But as I was walking around the store, I thought, you know what, let me try wiping off my camera lens with my shirt. And sure enough, that seemed to help the issue. So some of these photos, you'll notice, were the original ones that I took when I first walked in the store. And then there are other ones that I kind of backtracked and went back to those certain areas to retake photos. There were several cute ghost pillows, including this one that looked like a disco ghost with vampire fangs. They had this cute little fox statue. I'm kind of warming up to the fox as fall decor. Of course, this pink cauldron caught my attention. They had a large one and a smaller size one. They also had a myriad of spooky games. In addition to the back wall being stocked full of pillows and blankets, they had one long additional aisle that was jam-packed with pillows. I found 3 options for spooky tablecloths, 2 of which had spider webs and 1 had ghosts and jack-o'-lanterns. There were a couple different sections of Halloween oven mitts, and they had the largest collection I've ever seen of pet Halloween costumes and spooky pet toys. If I had a dog, I would be buying her all of the cute, spooky pet toys. They had an end cap of blankets and pillows at the back of the store, and then when I got to the front of the store, I noticed they had an entire display near the register of blankets and pillows. And then we finally got to the checkout line, and there was a mix of witches, ghosts, pumpkins, monsters, skeletons, anything and everything you could possibly want. But here's an overview of what they had. On August 26th, I ended up at Target, and they were just starting to put out their Halloween decor. So they had a mix of ceramic pumpkins, including some beautiful multicolored ones. They had a couple of sippy cups, including this ghost-shaped one. Very cute. They had the disco spiders, the silver one, and the pinkish one. They also had some fabric pumpkins. They'd also started putting out Halloween shirts in the clothing section. So they had a Mickey Mouse one and a spiderweb one and a couple different options for Beetlejuice long sleeve shirts. In the pharmacy section, there was the Pumpkin Spice Premier Protein. And then upstairs, there was a mix of school supplies and Halloween decor. There were a couple of Halloween trees and Halloween wreaths, display of neutral colored pumpkins, plaques you can hang on the wall, cats, skeleton dogs. I was really excited about the few neon pieces that I saw. I like this little skeleton popping up out of the jack-o'-lantern. He's got such a funny expression. They had a fabric spider that was both orange and black. They had an all-black spider that I thought was kind of creepy. This lady was showing me how if you attach it a certain way, it can climb up and down a wall or a shelf. I like these neon orange and green skeletons and skulls. They also had some jack-o'-lantern and skeleton hanging decor, and they had a selection of neutral colored skeletons. I don't know what you'd do with it, but I really like this giant black coffin-shaped decor that had a green skull and crossbone. The food section, they had the refrigerated coffee creamers, cold brew coffees, Pillsbury cookies, and in the non-refrigerated section, they had started to put out the fall-flavored coffee. We've now finally reached the haul portion of this video. Hopefully I have everything here. Today is kind of a jam-packed day, so I'm going to attempt to film this in one take like Peter Mon does with his haul videos. So this is an accumulation of things that I have gotten from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, HomeGoods, and Target within the month of August. So in no particular order, this first bag is from the Marshalls / HomeGoods location. And here we have this, it kind of reminded me of a Stanley Cup. I got up to the register on one of my visits and I saw this awesome looking giant, it's almost as big as my head, this giant black spiderweb cup. We also have here, and I gotta be careful with this, a beautiful silver disco pumpkin. Y'all know I love the disco and the neon and the hippie Halloween. I will take all of it. Alright, so in this HomeGoods bag, I have this beautiful, speaking of hippie Halloween, of a colorful neon Halloween, I have this awesome, as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to get it. These awesome neon striped, colorful hand towels with flowers, peace signs, and ghosties. Also from HomeGoods, I got both of those pink cauldrons. I was first trying to fit all of my hair accessories into the small one, and that quickly filled up. So I ended up putting them into the larger one. So from TJ Maxx, I got this beautiful disco fuchsia colored pumpkin plush. Very cute. I wish it was a hot pink, but hey, I'll take the dark fuchsia. I'll take whatever shade of disco pink plush pumpkins they want to give me. I totally forgot about this. This is a pumpkin spice nourishing body butter. As soon as I saw that it was shaped like a pumpkin spice latte with the whipped cream on it, I was curious. I thought, what is this? So I haven't actually opened this yet. It's so cute though. I feel like I could keep this container and then just refill it with stuff. Oh, it's got a clear top to it, so I can't even smell it. This smells so good. It smells exactly like a pumpkin spice latte. I smell the pumpkin spice. I smell the cinnamon. If you can track this down at one of your local locations, get it. Oh, okay, so this bag I'm showing y'all with the fuchsia pumpkin and the body butter, this is that time when I had mentioned those Halloween bar soaps at the front of the store. So this one it's shaped kind of like an Ouija board, and it says Spirit Board, Ouija Soap Trio. I got this one because I like the scents of it the most, and I thought it was a good value. So this has pumpkin spice, toffee apple, and spiced pear. And of course, speaking of hair accessories, since I have that new pink cauldron I'm keeping my hair accessories in, I got myself a bunch of scrunchies. So I have some awesome, I don't even know exactly what all the prints on here are. I was about to say magnetized. I was drawn to the sparkly, glittery scrunchies, and then I think they might have one or two on here that are also just kind of a matte colorful design. And then this next scrunchie trio, it seems like it kind of has a mix of like neutral, maybe like a neutral colored bow, and some of these scrunchies have sequins and they're like purple, and some of them are orange and black. And then this last scrunchie trio, this kind of has more of a bit of like a velvet or a velveteen feel to it. These are kind of neutral shades. You know, you got the gray and black and white plaid, and then you got some white scrunchies and black scrunchies and orange. Of course, I had to pick up some gummies. Whenever I see those at the checkout line, I pick them up. So I have one that's completely full and another bag from another trip that is almost out. And I need to put these, I need to put these in the kitchen. I got these Jackson's sweet potato chips. I don't know if I was hungry or if I just thought these kind of gave off fall vibes, but I got sweet potato chips. I have also picked up one of these stores, I think it was TJ Maxx. They had the Green Mountain Pumpkin Spice Coffee. I got that because I didn't remember if I actually liked it or not. Turns out I don't particularly care for that one. But when I went, they also had the Dunkin' S'mores coffee. So, gotta love that. It's a great summertime treat. And I got myself some spooky pajamas. I had seen these online, and it wasn't until I saw them in person and felt them that I was like, oh my gosh, these are so soft. I gotta get these. These are those black and orange pajama set with the short sleeve shirt and the shorts. Also on one of my trips, and I do actually kind of regret buying this, not only because it's so big, but also because of the color scheme. This was that first makeup brush set that I saw, so I just went ahead and bought it. And then it wasn't until one of my later trips to the store that I had noticed they had the ones with the hot pink glittery handles. So I'm probably gonna sell this one. I have no idea if I'm gonna repurchase the other one. I don't need it. But I'm not gonna be keeping this. I just realized I might be missing a bag or two. I gotta go find them. But look at this awesome skull and crossbones blanket that I picked up from HomeGoods. It gave me Avril Lavigne vibes, so of course I had to pick this up. Okay, I've got 2 more bags here, and I'm hoping they have everything in them. I'm kind of concerned that I might be missing one pink item that I can't find. On one of my trips to Marshall's, I got a second set of scrunchies. A lot of these are glitter, but some of them are also neutral colors. And I also picked up this cute hippy dippy ghost and flower glass water bottle. And in this final bag from TJ Maxx, we have this cute disco ghost pillow. And you know I had to get this when I saw it. It is that Casper plaque. It does have a little bitty, teeny tiny hanger on the back of it in case I wanted to hang it up on a wall. I also got a few things from my visit to Target. You know, I had to pick up some coffee, even though technically I'm not supposed to be drinking coffee because of acid reflux, but coffee to me just tastes so much better than tea does. So I got the Dunkin' Butter Pecan K-Cups for the very first time, and these are I'm holding them the wrong way. But I got the Dunkin' Butter Pecan K-Cups, which are absolutely delicious, and I'm gonna finish off these K-Cups, and then I got myself some ground coffee. I'm attempting to get better at making ground coffee. I find myself either making it way too strong or way too weak. I need to find that sweet spot. And then, you know, I couldn't leave Target without getting the Starbucks pumpkin spice coffee K-Cups. So that's going to be it for this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up before you leave because it really helps the algorithm. Subscribe if you aren't already. I am almost at 500 subscribers. And let me know what item you are most looking forward to buying this Halloween decor hunting season, whether it's food, beverages, Halloween decor, throw blankets, whatever. And I'll see you later.